The reason I like being in the rainforest is because it's a place where it's very quiet. Very slowly, different sounds start to emerge. You start to hear the forest talking to you, so you can hear the birds singing. You can hear different animals walking around and nibbling on their food. You can hear water running. I grew up in the Northern Rivers, so I feel really connected to this place.
The big scrub's in the Byron Bay hinterland, and it's roughly between Ballina, Byron Bay and Lismore. And it was the largest area of lowland subtropical rainforest in Australia 300 years ago. It's incredibly ancient. It's descended directly from the rainforest of Gondwana. Walking around the rainforest, I love to see hoop pines. Their genesis goes back 180 million years to the age of the dinosaurs, so I can envisage dinosaurs coming up and rubbing their backs. By 1900, most of the rainforest had gone. There was 1% left. So that's when a group of my friends and myself got together and we said, hey, we've got to do something about this. We've got to go on rehabilitating the remnants and providing ongoing care so that they're for our kids and our kids' kids.
Big Scrub Rainforest Conservancy started as Big Scrub Land Care more than 30 years ago. It was started by Dr. Tony Parks, working with a group that had the passion to save the remaining 1% of subtropical rainforest and its magnificent biodiversity.
I first met Tony at the Bangalow markets. He came down, he just moved to the area, and we were selling trees at the markets.
And then we agreed, hey, why don't we plant up this paddock at the back of the house? The paddock was degraded old dairy paddock. It was surrounded by weeds, so it was a perfect restoration site. It grew back remarkably quickly. Within 2 years, we had canopy closure.
Big Scrub Rainforest Conservancy has helped plant over 2.5 million trees, doubling the area of remnant rainforest.
I love the idea that this rundown dairy farm that just had lantana and weed trees and boulders is now a very different place.
And now we've realised in our modern world of genetics that the seeds we've been collecting aren't as genetically pure as they should be.
I thought I should discuss this idea of genetically diverse rainforest seed plantation with Australia's leading rainforest geneticist.
We are increasingly aware that restoration is not just about putting plants in the ground, but it's about putting the right plants in the ground. Right plants in the ground means plants that will survive in the long term, able to withstand change, including climate change. So for us to be able to do that, we need to have an understanding of what the diversity within each of the species is. So the way we are going to do this is that we are going to provide them with the information on how the species is distributed and where to collect it. They will go out there, bring us back leaf material, we will extract DNA from that leaf material, we will then analyze this DNA and then select the perfect mix that is representative of all the species.
So this project is going to allow us to grow strong, healthy trees into the next hundreds of years. I think it'll add another level of professionalism and we'll be leading the field, possibly in the world. Our industry started off very small. 30 years ago it was almost nothing. And now it's gone from 0 to maybe 150 people fully employed in the bush regeneration industry.
It's quite moving when you see the next generation coming through, creating business that's hand in hand with being able to put back or create this idea of shared value with the environment and the business. This rainforest is working purely in tandem with the business that we've created. I get really empowered when I work with people like my dad and Tony in particular about that passion that drives them.
I was reasonably successful in business. I was an investment banker, but I was able to escape from that at 55, and so I've spent the last 32 years doing something that I absolutely love doing. The community needs to come together and become a voice for the rainforest. Without the Big Scrub Conservancy and our supporters, the Big Scrub rainforest would quietly disappear.